Good morning. Today, everything has gotten completely out of control. Well, not today. Today is the day we're going to fix it. It has been getting out of control for the last couple of weeks. Our whole house is truly not okay. Not as bad as it's ever been. It's not as bad as it's ever been, but it's pretty bad. Like, our bathroom smells. Things are a mess. Our backyard is muddy now. And so the dogs go out and their paws get muddy. There's just mud and dirt and dust and grass everywhere on our bedspread. It's really gross. Yes, so starting with the comforter and taking the duvet cover off, we are going to get the mud and dirt off of our bed. It is really gross to think that we were sleeping with literal dirt for the last couple days. We try our best to wash the dog's paws before they come back in from outside. Like, we have a bucket and we just fill it up every time we let them back in. But it's getting pretty cumbersome, honestly. Like, they like to go out a lot. And so to wash their paws every single time they come back, honestly, sometimes I just don't feel like it. But then the consequence of that is that our bed is dirty because we have no boundaries with our dogs. We just let them jump on up and sleep with us. So I guess, yeah, there are consequences to being lazy, and I don't like it. So I am trying to be better about it, and I'm trying to be more consistent with actually washing the dog paws. But they don't really like it, and I don't really like it, so I don't know. I just feel like everything is a struggle. The end of the year, I know it's New Year, it's after New Year's now that I'm recording this, but I really just feel like that last week or two of 2024 was a real rough time. Like, it just was a struggle bus. It felt like a black hole. It felt like a vortex, like the Twilight Zone. I don't know any more analogies, but it just felt really hard to stay focused. And here's Amelia, like, just playing around with the tripod. Also, I cut a lot out of this video. I just struggled. Like, the day that I filmed this was mostly New Year's Eve. I also filmed on New Year's Day and a little bit the day after. And I still didn't accomplish everything that I wanted. I was really trying to get the house totally cleaned up. I was trying to get it to a point where, you know, we could feel good about ourselves as a human family, not feel like animals. But it just was a struggle the whole time. Like, I'm hormonal. Amelia really, really wanted my attention, which of course she did. I've talked about this before on this channel. Like, of course she wants my attention. She deserves my full attention. But on New Year's Eve, I woke up with an agenda. And when I wake up with an agenda and expectations, that is when I struggle. That is when everything goes to hell in a handcart. Because let me tell you something. Toddlers do not care about your agenda or your mission or your plans. They really, really, really don't. They really don't. And actually, the only way that I'm able to record this voiceover right now is because I took Amelia to daycare, like, specifically so that I could just have some time to myself and to focus on my creativity and, like, planning for the year and, well, not even the year, just planning for, like, the next few weeks. I just feel, yeah, like that end of the year, that holiday time, it's just so challenging because nothing's open. It was really cold. So it's not like we could just go to the park or we could do something productive to get her energy out. It was just like We are stuck in the house. There's no schedule. There's no routine. And I really struggle with creating routine for myself. And so actually, that's why this YouTube channel, leftover Frenchy Toasty. This YouTube channel has just been so helpful over the past year as far as giving me structure, like giving me accountability, giving me a reason to make sure that I clean up or that I tidy up. And so that's been great. But yeah, it's just with no school and no work and no preschool and no other classes and the library is not open. Like it just, I don't know. I'm sorry to complain, but like the last 2 weeks of the year was just rough. And I'm really glad it's over. I'm really happy that now we're getting back into our regular swing of things and having a little more structure, because I really do better when we have structure and when we have activities and like appointments and things to do outside of the house. So, a water gun. I ended up throwing away the water gun. You're going to see in a second. Because Amelia discovered it recently when I was cleaning something else out. So she saw it and immediately wanted me to fill it with water. And then I did. And then she proceeded to spray me and my husband and anyone else who came into the picture. So we just decided that it would be best, or I decided it would be best to just throw the water gun away if I don't like it. And then she'll forget that it existed and it's fine. Yes. When am I throwing now? There's mystery. When am I going to throw it away? I promise you, I will show you. But first, I'm just cleaning all the other toys and stuff off the table. It seems like we just accumulate all of Amelia's stuff here for some reason. And the only reason there it is. Yay, right in the garbage. I know there's a viewer who likes to watch me actually throw stuff away. So there you go. But yeah. Oh, and the only reason I was able to like be a little more productive here was Amelia finally went down for a nap that day, which was amazing. But yeah, it was a real struggle in the morning. It took like 2.5 hours in the morning to do almost nothing. Like, I feel like I accomplished nothing. And honestly, like by the end of what you see here, it's still not perfect. So this is the point where it's like, I know I have this finite amount of time to do the things that I want to do or that I need to do. And so, okay, like I've gotten the kitchen kind of okay. I know I still need to vacuum. I know I still need to clean the living room. I know I still need to clean Amelia's room. I definitely need to still clean the bathroom, but I can't do the bathroom and the vacuuming until Amelia's awake, probably when Ed is home. So I'm also like, I have stuff I want to do creatively. I have planning I want to do in my planner. I have to type 2 session notes from the clients that I saw yesterday. How do you fit it all in? How do you fit it all in when there's too much? There's just too much. There's too much to do. There's too much in my brain. And I feel like my creativity has gone completely out the window. So I have these ideas and I want to do them and I want to make a vision board and, but I just can't catch a minute to breathe. And then I feel horrible because Amelia just wants to play. Like, she's not bad. She's not wrong. I'm just in a mood, right? And I feel like, I just have a really hard time slowing down and like being fully present with her and wanting to read a book with her or wanting to play with her. I'm really feeling it today. Really, like a lot. Like, I do not want to sit and play with her at all. And here we are. I did the right thing, guys. I did the right thing. I sat down and decided to play with Amelia because there really was no point in fighting it anymore. There really wasn't, right? I mean, at some point, like, I think on this day, on New Year's Eve, I just sort of gave up. I just gave up on trying to clean the house because the reality was Amelia needed me and she was going to continue to need me until I actually gave her what she needed. And so I finally just recognized that and stopped trying to torture myself because I realized that a clean house, while a desirable thing and an ideal thing, is not always a realistic thing. It's not always a realistic thing, and that's okay. That's okay. I've lived in chaos and disorder for most of my life, and I think, yeah, it's interesting to think about, now why I get so upset if I can't get things done or I can't clean. Whereas, over the years and years before I had Amelia or before I moved in with Ed and married him and, got involved with Amari and, all of that time for years and years, almost, 30 something years, I did not care about cleaning. It was not a priority. And then this past year, 2024, I made it my mission to get more control over the house. And so I think there's a lot of the time where I struggle to find balance. And I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but I think this is a big theme here and a big thing that I really need to work on in 2025, which is balance, just balance. Like, I know the whole, work-life balance conversation, there's a lot of controversy around it. Like, can you really have work-life balance? I don't know. Maybe not. Who knows? But I do think there has to be room for gray. But the problem that I have is that I don't think I have ADHD. I'm not 100% sure. I've not been diagnosed with it, but I definitely have times where I have a lot of energy and the ability to focus. And then I have other times where I feel like a lump on a log, right? And I just want to go to sleep. And in those moments where I have the energy and I have the focus, it's like I really, really want to just take advantage of it. And I really want to just do what I have to do and what I planned on doing and what I'm excited about, what I'm just feeling a lot of energy around and a lot of excitement about. And having kids means that you can't always ride that wave the way that you want. You can't ride that wave. You have to sit and do what I'm doing right here, which is just be there and be a witness to this kid who wants to make eyes and a belly button on a Play-Doh gingerbread man. And that's it. And to not be on my phone, to not be scrolling social media, to not be, trying to edit a video while we're playing, or to not be, doing my Duolingo Spanish lesson while I'm in the room with her, not be listening to a podcast. It's really hard. It's really hard. And it's, I think, really frowned upon to admit that out loud, to say, like, I don't like sitting and playing with my kid. I feel like that's a very taboo thing to say. And so, even as I say it, it's like, okay, well, is that just how it has to be? Or do I make it my goal to get better at that? Because it's not really just about sitting and playing with her. It's like, it's about being okay with being with myself, like just sitting in the moment, being present in the moment. That's what I'm avoiding, right? Because toddlers are just in the moment all the time. That's it. That's where they live. And so to be with her is to be present. And I struggle to just be present. And so, so this year I want to find more balance, more separation between work and creative endeavors and my professional stuff, and then family time and just being present time. And I want to get more comfortable just being present and not always having to occupy my brain or distract myself with something else. And it's really hard because it's just available all the time, like 24/7. You can look anything up at any time. So speaking of 24/7, that was as much as I got done on New Year's Eve. And now you are looking at New Year's Day. And I felt much better on New Year's Day than I did on New Year's Eve. I was feeling very defeated on New Year's Eve. And then on New Year's Day, I did have a Keurig incident. It somehow, I don't know. The little thing broke. It didn't break, but like it had a malfunction and it put coffee grinds everywhere. So that wasn't a great way to start the new year, but that's okay. That's all right. I fixed it. It was fine. I lived. I just made a new cup of coffee. I was in a much better mood. And I also, on New Year's Day, I made the decision that I was not going to have an agenda. Like the only thing that was on my list to do for the day was to clean the bathroom. And then Ed did an amazing job cleaning the kitchen and vacuuming in the living room and stuff like that. So, because his older daughter and her husband came over. So, so it just was like, all right, he's going to do that. I'm going to clean the bathroom. And then anything else that gets done is gravy. And then I just made sure to sit down, have some fruit and some almond butter. It was delicious. And then it also snowed on New Year's Day. So the dogs were having the time of their lives. There's Willow. Hi, Willow. So cute. Yeah, she's very sweet. And then Archie didn't want to come back yet. So I let him stay out there as long as he wanted. And snow and ice are amazing this time of year for us because that means the mud freezes. And then they're not bringing the mud in the house. So I was very grateful for the snow. All right, now here we are. We are in the final act of this video, the bathroom. This is really, this was a lot. I don't know why I am so resistant to cleaning the bathroom on a regular basis, but I am. It's just one of those areas of the house where it's like, it's only in the back. Like my husband and I, and Amelia, as you can see, she has her little potty thing there. But we are literally the only people who ever see this bathroom. And so I just neglect it. It's like one of these places that's very transitional and functional. Like I just come in, I use what I need to use, and then I get the heck out. And so I just don't think about it. But it literally, this is so gross. I'm so embarrassed to even share this, but it was literally starting to smell. Like our bathroom never smells. You know, we're not like messy people. We don't, miss, I guess, to be polite about it. Like, things are fine. But it was starting to smell in there. And so this was important. It was so important that I actually put on this cleaning top, like this dress that I already had a bleach stain on, because I knew I was going to use the bleach and like really get in there. This bathroom clean definitely required the Clorox. Like there was no natural product that was gonna take care of this. So no, it felt really good actually to finally address the bathroom. Why don't I do it more regularly? I don't know. Like I said, it's kind of transitional. Like I pop in, I pop out. It never feels like a priority. It's never something that like guests are going to see if we have a guest. So I don't know. And I'm trying to think of a way to like motivate myself to do it more regularly. Like maybe if I write it on the calendar, or I don't know. Like whoever designed, I keep seeing ads for these apps. Let me know if you have used one of these productivity apps that like where they gamify productivity. I forget the ones. I don't know, but there's apps that I've seen ads for where they have like, I don't know how to describe it. But you maybe know what I'm talking about, where it's like you get to make your list of your chores or like your tasks that you need to take care of. Like it could be cleaning tasks, it could be self-care, it could be whatever. And then you get points, or like you get to take care of I think there's one where you'd get to take care of a pet bird, or like a virtual pet, if you accomplish all your tasks. And so I feel like I need to maybe try one of those, to keep track of all these tasks, to like gamify it. Because I've noticed that with Duolingo, I'm on day like 62. I'm on a streak of 62 days of Duolingo, and I stick with it because it is gamified. Like it is competitive. There are people, they're strangers. Like I don't know these people, but there are people who I'm, quote unquote competing with. Like the more lessons you do in a day, or the more like time you spend on the app, the more points you get. And then you get, you can compare your amount of points to the amount of points that these other strangers have. And like you can progress to a new league if you have the most points and stuff. And for whatever reason, my brain really likes that. It really likes that. And so I wonder, if one of those like gamifying apps for life tasks would motivate me in the same way. Because I'm also noticing that I'm on the struggle bus when it comes to getting back on my diet, like getting back on track with my weight loss. I've been pretty much maintaining since the beginning of December. I've gained a couple pounds since Thanksgiving, but not anything to be like concerned about. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like the best strategy to motivate myself. Like obviously there's intrinsic motivation, right? Like doing it just for the sake of it. But let's be honest, like that's really hard to sustain. It's really hard to sustain. Like growing into a disciplined life is really challenging. I do now believe that like anyone can become disciplined. I really, really do believe that, because I am living proof. Like I have been the least disciplined person on the planet, and I am now more disciplined, but I do notice, sort of like waxing and waning levels of sticking with it, whether it's weight loss or taking walks or, cleaning or whatever. So I think I just lose steam. Like I want something new and shiny all the time to focus on. So anyway, if you have any suggestions for that, like any apps that you like or anything that helps you stay motivated, or helps you stay on track even if you don't feel motivated, let me know, because I am in a bit of a slump at this point in the year. And here, what I'm doing here, that is so disgusting. I didn't even show you. It is so gross. Amelia, this is all of Amelia's bath toys. So I did actually throw some of them away, like the ones that we just weren't using, or that she never asked for, when she takes a bath. So I'm cleaning out the bucket. That bucket is actually from when we were in the hospital, like when I gave birth. They give you like all those things. It was like a little wash basin, so we still have it. And we put all of our bath toys in there. So I just cleaned it out with some bleach and cleaning out some of the toys and just organizing and throwing things away that we don't use. And then the next bucket was really disgusting. And then there's, that I thought I was going to save a bunch of money by buying like Kirkland Costco brand shampoo and conditioner, because it's cheap and it's huge, but I don't like it. So it didn't really save me anything because I don't like it. So I just threw it away and finally admitted that I'm not going to use it. And that like gold yellow bottle on the right hand side that you're looking at, that is Redken shampoo, and I love it. And I use that instead. I love how it smells. I love how it makes my hair feel. And I would much rather just spend the money on that once every, I don't know, like 3 to 6 months than, I don't know, save $10. So that's my other thing for the new year. I think I mentioned it in my goals, but I do want to be more mindful of my finances. We do need to get better about our spending, but I feel like some things are worth the extra money, like to buy a quality product that you actually enjoy, especially something that you use all the time, like shampoo. And then other stuff like my face creams and moisturizer and stuff like that. I just feel like at 41 years old, I deserve to use quality products. Like, I'm not spending crazy amounts. I'm not spending like $100 on a night cream, but I think spending like $25 is fine. Like, it's okay. It's not going to make or break us. But then I need to find other areas of life maybe where we can use a more generic brand or, save some money. So watch out for some new content this year about spending and budgeting and consumerism and all that fun stuff. Because I got to get a grip. Got to get a grip on a lot of stuff. But I am really proud of everything I've done over the last year. Like, obviously, I haven't fully arrived. I haven't totally hacked, like, getting a clean house and keeping it that way all the time. But I think, I've made progress. I've decluttered a lot of stuff. And I'm much more willing to declutter as I go now. Like some of those bath toys, I think in the past I would have really overthought throwing away some of those things that I threw away. Like there were a couple of toys from Love Every, which are super expensive. I just tossed them. I just threw them away. Like it had its use. We did it. And then, that was a little necklace that I put away. And there's all my hair bands, and we need to put a cover on that outlet. But yeah, I just I'm much more okay. Like I've been desensitized to just throwing things away or donating things that we no longer use. I still have some room for improvement, of course, as we all do, but I'm much better at it, and I want to get even more ruthless this year. And there was Amelia wanting to help. Oh, and we switched out. We've got some candy cane soap, and that soap was empty, so I threw that away. And again, that's another thing I would have kept in the past. Like, oh, I can refill it. It's like, no, just throw it away. That's all right. Like, you don't have to keep everything. And then this basket, that's just my catch-all basket. Like bra inserts, deodorant. Oh, see, another deodorant. Like, it had a little left, but let's just throw it away because I have a new one. That was a piece of candy that I was trying to hide from Amelia that I threw away. Yeah. So anyway, as we're wrapping up, I'm noticing we only have a couple minutes left. What thoughts do I want to leave you with? I guess, yes, what I would like to say as we wind down or wrap up is just, this can be hard. It's hard for me. And if cleaning up and decluttering and getting things done and living your best life is hard for you, it's okay. Like, it is okay. It is frustrating and it sucks. And I think it's easy to feel bad or to feel less than sometimes. But it's okay. Like, perfection is not the goal. Just having things be like relatively clean and hygienic and tidy enough is fine. And as long as you are doing your best to take care of yourself and to watch out for your mental health and to try to find balance, then that's all. I mean, that's it. Like, that's all you can ask of yourself, really. Like, the table's clean, the bathroom's clean, but look, the counters still have stuff, you know? And at the end, you're going to see Amelia's room is still a complete shit show. And that's okay. That's all right. And that stove is only clean because Ed did it. Like, I wasn't perfect, right? So, progress, not perfection. A little gray is fine. My dresser top is cluttered again. It's okay. We just do our best. Like, and then there's a whole nother load of laundry to put away. Like, the cycle continues no matter how much effort you put in. So, I don't know. That's what I got for you guys. Thank you for watching. I love you, and happy New Year. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.